I tell you this story about I met my guardian angel on the flight back. Okay, you know I was scared of flying, guys. Bloody scared of it, I am. But went to my doctor. I didn't go to my doctor, I'm lying. I take pills anyway to help me sleep at night. Now, I needed to be sure that they would work all right with diazepam, which is what I normally go for. Like, I go in the shop and I go, oh yeah, I love that diazepam. That's what I normally go and say to my doctor. I'm going on a plane, you've got to give me diazepam. So anyway, I thought I'd better check before I get my diazepam. So I've gone in the pharmacy. That's what you do over here. I spoke to the pharmacist. I said, listen, told him everything. He said, no, he said, you'll be all right. Just take your sleeping pills. They're not really sleeping pills. They're like calming pills. Just take them before you get on the plane, an hour before you get on the plane. So I said, so you're sure they're all right? He said, I said, you don't think I need diazepam then as well? He went, no. He said, because you might have a bad reaction if you take that as well as your other pills. So I went, all right then. So there I am. I'm happy with that. Also, as soon as I got on the plane, I thought, you should always tell the cabin crew the situation. So as soon as I've got on, straight over to the cabin crew. Hi, I'm a nervous passenger. I just want you to know I'm a nervous flyer. And they're like, oh, don't worry, we'll take care of you. You'll be fine. You'll be fine with us. So I just thought you should know, okay? So then we're in the front. I tell you what, if you're a nervous passenger, get the front seats, because the things I don't like about flying don't happen when you're in the front, because you're just looking at the cabin crew when you take off. Like they're like there. Plus you've got more leg room. So there I am. That was on the way out. We were fine on the way back. So flying out there, I remembered to take my pills an hour before. Still in the airport. Oh, take the pills. Took them. Was fine on the plane. Was I fine on the plane? Yeah. The only thing I find when I'm on the plane, guys, I don't know if you're the same, but when it goes really fast, I'm not great at speed. I find it gets my adrenaline pumping. So while it's poodling around the airfield, I'm all right when it's taxiing around. But then when it stops, then you hear the engine roar. That's normally when I go into panic mode. But I know so much about flying now. It's ridiculous. I know all the noises. I know why it does this, why it does that, what that noise is. Anyway, so I'm fine. So I'm sat there. All of a sudden, the engine's reared up. So I then have to do a talking. It's my nerves. I did like a commentary to my son, right? Because I knew he was a bit scared. So I'm doing the commentary to the other son. Right, so I'm saying, right, okay, that's the engines. They're roaring. Listen to that engine. It was an Airbus. They're great. Listen to the roar of the engine now. And then it started. I was like, shit, here we go. Now, I know for a fact taking off and landing are the most dangerous parts of flying. Goes without saying. Having said that, you don't hear an awful lot of accidents that happen on the runway. So that's, that's a good point. So I'm weighing all this up in my head. I'll be fine, I'll be fine, I'll be fine. So we're going along. All of a sudden, I just found this rush of adrenaline, and I was like, yes, we're gonna make it. Come on, come on. I can't. My son's patting me on the... And then I thought, if it doesn't take off now, something's going to happen. It's got to take off now. It's got to take off now. So I'm saying, come on, you can do it, you can do it. We've never been on a plane. Nobody speaks on takeoff. So all they can hear is me encouraging this plane to take off. And my son patting me. You all right, love? You all right, love? Now, on the way back, get on the plane, and Do you know what? I wasn't nervous. I tell you, I was a different person this trip. When I last flew 10 years ago, I was a bloody nervous wreck. So much so, I was in Spain. I had to go to the blooming pharmacist and ask for like some tablets so I could fly home. Do you know how hard that is to do when you don't speak Spanish and they don't speak English? I said, I'm flying. I need pills because I'm scared. So I thought, I didn't want to do that. I've got to do this. I've got to. It's a bit like when you're in labour. I remember being pregnant, heavily pregnant, and lying in the bath and not being able to get my belly to submerge under the water and thinking, how the hell am I going to get that out of this? And it's like that when you're flying. You think, well, how the hell am I going to get this plane up in the air? Because once you're up there, it's okay. Because, there was a bit, because you get like the first thrust, right, that takes you off the ground. And then it picks up speed, right? And then you get to about, I think it's either 2,000 or 10,000, can't remember. And then it sort of levels off. You've got 2 levels off before you get to 35,000, okay? So the first level, I thought the engines had gone. So, because it went all quiet. So I said, don't ever fly with me, guys. You won't like it. So I've said to the staff, is it meant to go quiet like that? What's happened to the engine? She said, oh no, that's because we've gone up in the stir. Fine, I'm all right now. As long as I know I'm okay. I heard the gears come down. I knew what they were. I even managed to suffer when the plane went whoop. Oh shit, I didn't like that very much. Oh, it's all right, we're banking. I just felt if I told everyone what the plane was doing, so they wouldn't be as scared as me. Anyway, on the way back, we get back thinking we're going to have the same seats, which was son number 1 there by the window. I had to keep moving him out the way so I could take a picture. Me, son number 2. Get back on the plane. We're not on the same seats. So there's business lady here on the phone. Yeah, me, son number 2. Son number 1 is sat over there next to a rather large lump of a man that he didn't like. So anyway, we sat there. I thought, I won't tell them, I'm a bit nervous because I'm cool now. I'm a seasoned traveller. So we sat there, different crew this time. So we're coming up to get ready to take off. And this woman's come off her phone. I thought, oh, God, I'm stuck next to somebody who's not even going to talk to me. I thought, oh, well, never mind. We start speeding up and we've got our seatbelts on and I'm thinking, shit, I'm not sure I like this. No, you'll be fine, Jan. I'm having this little conversation with myself, as you do. And then I've looked up and I'm all right until the crew have to tie themselves in, because then it's happening, yeah? While they're still wandering around, then you know that you're not going anywhere, really. So they sit down, put their belts on, as I say, there next to me. And it's getting faster and faster. I'm thinking, shit. So I've looked forward to this guy, he was the man. I just have to tell you, I'm a nervous flyer. And he's going, oh, don't worry about that, darling. We'll look after you. I said, I know, but I just thought you should know. I'll be all right once I'm up there. And he said, oh, you're all right once you're up. I said, yes, it's just that adrenaline rush. It sort of rushes, doesn't it? It's like adrenaline. And I'm thinking, keep calm, Jan. You'll be fine. You did it on the way here. You can do it on the way back. You'll be fine. The other son's like that, headphones. So I'm on my own with her. Now, as I've leapt forward and I'm saying to this guy, and the girl sort of joined and was like, don't worry, love, you'll be fine. The woman next to me, Miss Business Lady, has said, I shouldn't worry about it. I was sat next to a young lady a while ago. I don't know if she said young lady. I might have made that up. I was sat next to a lady the other day who was very nervous at flying. And what I did was I felt her pressure points. And you know, it really helped her. So I said, oh, really? Then it's dawned on me, I forgot my pills. So I've gone, oh, I forgot my pills. This is before takeoff. We're beginning to speed up now. I forgot my pills. I can see my son looking over. He's like that. I forgot my pills. This woman next to it. Don't worry. You'll be fine. And you've done such a sterling job. You're really, really brave. You're so good. The crew opposite of me are saying, well, what pill? Oh, the pills are keeping me calm. I forgot to take them. Oh, I can't. Charlie, I can't believe I forgot my pills. This woman, she goes, well, what I did was I just pressed her pressure points like that, and she found it much easier. So I said, would you like me to do that to you? And I said, oh, I don't know. I forgot my pills. And she said, so go on then. So she took that hand like that, and then she pressed down on my, you know when you take someone's pulse there, she pressed down on there. And then I said, oh, we'll take the other one as well. So I'm sat there like this, as we're hurtling up the... I tell you what, guys, she turned out to be my guardian angel. She was wonderful. She held onto my wrists while I panicked about my pills. I said, I'll be all right. Once we get up there in the clouds, I'm all right. I said, it's just that adrenaline rush. I just can't handle that very well. You know, I sort of start shouting or do something. So she said, no, you're fine. I can feel you coming down a bit now. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be. I tell you what, after that, we were laughing. I told her about YouTube. We chatted, and it turns out she has got her own business. She gave me a card, and it's called Made for Life. It won't mean anything because you're all American, aren't you? But it says Made for Life Organics.com. It's her company. And basically what she does is it's well-being as well. And what she does is she goes into all the gyms and she goes into all the spas and she teaches the staff how to deal with patients who've had cancer. Because if you've had cancer, you can't go into spas. But what she does is she teaches them all how to softly give treatment and things like that. Couldn't believe it. She's my guardian angel. She was wonderful. So much so, I didn't even need her for takeoff. For landing. I was fine. This woman was amazing. You never know who you're going to meet on a plate. On a plate of meat. But I tell you what, she said, oh, I think you're wonderful. I said, oh, that's a daft. I said, I'm nearly freaked out on the plane. She said, no, you were fine. She was lovely. So that's my story, guys. That's my stories.